So, Mark, now that we're in the middle of the tax year, what's something that you've noticed?
One of the things I've noticed this tax season and this tax year is a lot of clients are getting letters from CRA. I think this is coming from the state of the economy. I think we all know that right now, with the change of government, there is Canada as a whole has a large debt. And when it comes to the Canadian government, paying off the debt is increasing taxes or using the Canadian citizens to absorb some of that debt. And it's reflecting on the taxes. A lot of clients are getting letters from CRA of balance due, frozen accounts, and they're not given enough time to respond to CRA before you know it, your account's frozen, or before you know it, you're being garnished. This is why it's so important to open any letters that you receive from CRA. Understand that that daunting brown envelope is very scary to open, and that's why I also built the T.U.A app. Being an accountant where clients had to always call my phone and get a hold of me, it was difficult to service them. And clients would come in and literally they'll have the brown envelope and they haven't opened it. And it's for me to open it for us to figure it out, what's going on. Perfect example. Beginning of the tax year, there's a client where same thing, the client had not opened that brown CRA envelope, but got a phone call from his employer that they've been given direction to garnish 15% of his wages. Once we opened that letter, we contacted CRA. It was coming from the fact that he had not filed more than 3 years of his corporation filings. This is also why it's very important to stay up to date with your tax filing, because CRA is looking for ways to fix the state of the economy. Another example is a client whose bank account was frozen. And where was that coming from? The client contacted T.U.A, indicated that account was frozen and needed assistance. Once we contacted CRA to see what's going on, it was coming from unresolved letters. So the client had been reassessed 2 years ago, and that letter was never responded to. They wanted confirmation of his business expenses. Because that client neglected to respond to that, CRA automatically reassessed the client's taxes to remove the business expenses, which automatically kicked in with the balance owing. Client was receiving multiple letters. Client still did not respond back to those letters. So therefore, CRA had all rights to go into the client's bank account to basically freeze the account. We were able to resolve this matter by looking at the reassessment letters that the client did not respond to. We then applied the business expenses by showing receipts of statements, receipts of expenses, one-on-one communication between the tax accountant and an auditor, in which the reassessment that CRA had conducted was then reassessed again. Everything was normalized. Client had to pay a small amount, but ultimately his account is back up and running. So that's one thing I'm noticing this year with taxes. CRA is coming hard. CRA is not given no time, and in any opportunity that they see that they can freeze account, they can withdraw funds, they are doing so. And this is coming from the state of the economy right now. So that brown envelope that we're all afraid to open, use the T.U.A app, book a consultation. Within the consultation, request for tax audit. With a tax audit, we'll ask you to scan the document from CRA. We'll have that read and we'll be ready to meet with you and discuss with you all through the app and to resolve whatever matter that CRA is asking for. As much as I'm indicating that CRA is so daunting and they're freezing accounts, this is coming from individuals not responding back to them. You give them all rights when you don't respond back. But once an accountant is able to say, we've received the following documents and we're requesting for 30 days to basically fulfill your request within that letter, CRA now says, okay, no problem. In 30 days, we'll resolve this matter together. Okay? So I understand it's tough. I understand it's hard. I understand everything that's going on in the economy, and CRA is being difficult. But protect yourself by using the T.U.A application. We're here for everybody. My tax accountants are here to service, and you don't have to run and look for an accountant. Just go ahead, download the app, request free consultation, and we look to service you.